by taking, the number you want to factor and non-locally encoding it in the entanglement between many physical degrees of freedom, you can ensure that the information is protected against local errors. But I really want to emphasize that in order for this to work, you have to be going from fewer to more degrees of freedom, right? All this, redundancy and so on is going from fewer to more. And so the really new ingredient in the black hole problem is that you want to be going from more to fewer and then still be protected in some sense. And so that was the thing where, this picture with the code that goes from fewer to more. I mean, I had that 10 years ago. And we had a whole understanding of the emergence of space-time away from black holes based on going from fewer to more, and everything seemed very nice. But then we were stuck on the black holes for a long time because you're going from more to fewer. And then you don't have this redundancy interpretation of what's going on, and it seems like, is the space-time still going to emerge? I don't know, right? And so that was the thing that I and many others were stuck on for a long time. And I should be clear, I mean, I'm the one talking to you today, but this is a whole field and there are many people working on it, collaborators, et cetera, right? So this is not I
Yeah,
did
we've spoken
everything.
to a number in these conversations and we'll continue to, but thank you for making it clear how it's a communal effort,
Yeah.
to make progress. But yeah.
Um, so,
I do sit-ups
so
wrong.
what we realized,
I do sit-ups wrong. I can hear my bones dudunk, dudunk, But I figured out I can do them a special way and it doesn't do that. So let's hope
is
that
that
does it again.
there's a way out of this problem where it can be okay to go from more to fewer, but you have to introduce a new ingredient into the story, which is the role of complexity, which is something that we haven't talked about so far in this conversation.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, you
so
get a six-pack and then you're set.
complexity is the measure of how hard it is to do things.
Unless you're already married.
And it came out of computer science.
Like how many steps it takes to do a calculation or
Yeah, how many steps it is to do a calculation. So
Well, even if you're already
scientists
married.
like to split up problems into easy problems and hard problems based on how long you have to run a computer to solve the problem. And the longer you have to run it, the harder the problem. And in particular, there's a big distinction for them between problems that you can solve in a polynomial amount of time and problems that you can solve in an exponential amount of time, where you're talking about, say you want to